The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
The insight of Be Life Driven Radio is not meant to be taken as pure medical advice. Please consult your physician before you take any medical action. Be Life Driven is not responsible for any misuse of information gained from this program.
Choose your way. Be life driven.
Well, good morning, world. It is I, Aha, and welcome to Be Life Driven, powered by Daily Solution. It's time to get your weekly dose of highly potent magnificence. We got a wonderful cast in the studio with us today. You know how we do it. Across from me, I got my brother.
From another mother,
fellow holistic health coach.
Dr. Pooch
is in the house.
Great morning to everybody.
Yes, it is. And to your left, we have Chocolate Thunder. Give it up for Mr. Chris Angelo Word.
What's up, everybody? This is Chris Angelo Word, founder, CEO of the Life Driven Foundation. Hey, let's just talk about it right now because I got to go. I got a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So, we had the fundraiser on Saturday.
Amazing.
The celebrity poker thing. It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got some clips that we're going to play, and we got photos, and a lot of people came out. It was tons of people that came out.
Yeah, Paul George came out, supported. It was a big shout out. We had a couple of families with cancer down there. I mean, it was great.
Yeah,
we raised a lot of money for children with cancer. We're going to do a lot of great things, more miracles, more... we're just going to do some great stuff for children. It was like wonderful. And the cars. And Floyd Mayweather came down, and he was DJing. We got a picture of him with Quest. He took the mic and did his job.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. We rocked for like an hour. We had them partying and jumping around. It was really cool. They was doing the Cupid shuffle and the wobble.
You doing all that?
and it was really good. And it was probably about $50 million worth of cars in the house, if you will.
Floyd Mayweather came in about $2 million worth of cars.
Just by himself. That's how he rolled,
Yeah, that was great. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. And then he went and worked out at 12:30. We went to the gym,
right,
and, on Van Nuys and Sherman Way, and he worked out to 3 in the morning.
Shouts out to 10 Goose.
It was crazy.
It's crazy because imagine being up all day. We don't know where he was coming from. He's coming from a kickball game that happened earlier in the day. I think Chris Brown. Somebody put together a kickball game. Right. Was really celebbed out. Then he left there and came to the poker tournament. Stayed till about 12, partied and danced. He's one of the cleanest athletes in the world. And then he left and went to work out for 3 hours in the middle of the night.
3 in the morning, it was great. He sparred, he jumped rope, he did his push-ups.
Did you work out, Chris, with him?
Yeah, I hit the bag about 2 times, and I was tired.
Oh, that really works out for that 90-day challenge. That 2 hits, all right, sweet.
And the funny thing is this is his normal thing. This wasn't like it was because it was the weekend and he was showing out. This is how he get down. That's how he train, man. That's why he's the best boxer pound for pound in the world right now. You know,
that's true. But one of the amazing things is you see his entourage following him and driving the cars and following him. But they actually got jobs. I was amazed to see that.
Yeah, they all at work, right?
Yeah, they all at work. And when they went to the gym, they all had something to do. They was carrying bags. They was getting them ready. They was massaging him and giving him his gloves. He probably got 20 pair of gloves. He got 20 pair of shoes. He got different shorts. And, they got all the stuff they have to do. And they actually had jobs,
Right.
Timekeeper, close the door. Right. Everybody turned their phones off. No pictures. Everybody has something to do,
Hey, if you're in Floyd, being around Floyd, it pays to be big and strong and just muscular. You don't have to just beat people up. You can get a job. Floyd lets you know that.
Well, you got to be big just in case you piss him off and he hits you. You don't get hurt too bad.
All right, because everybody can get knocked out. So if you're bigger and stronger. stronger than, I guess, like, could his security beat him up? Could that possibly be?
Well,
I mean, he got some 7'5"
That's what I'm saying. Can he reach him?
Can they reach him, right? He might run circles around him just because they hamburgered out, you know. But
That's true.
No, it's all good. So also in studio with us today, we have the beautiful and talented Marta in the house with us right now. How are you this morning?
Oh, thank you for the introduction. Talented and beautiful. I'm going to have a good week.
That's the way to start out with Monday.
I know that's right.
I'm shocked. I mean, I thought was the most beautifulest woman in the world, but she brought competition in the game.
Here we go.
No. See, beautiful women are not competition. We support each other.
I like that.
To
I like
take
that.
over the world, right, Oya?
That's right, Marta. That's my
That means
girl.
you got more competition. I'm sorry.
I mean, and not only do we have beauty, we have international beauty in the house. She's from Panama.
Whoa,
you know?
well, and intelligent.
And
I think
intelligent,
she told me
too.
she was a doctor.
You know what? And you believe me, didn't you?
Well, you know, a man will believe anything a beautiful woman to say.
There we go. See, there we go.
He was about to
trying to
cancel
leave
his
you
doctor
here.
appointment and everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Here.
She got me. She got me.
I will make you feel better, though. So, you know.
There we go.
I like that.
Dr. Feel Good.
Feel good.
But correction, I was born in Panama, but my family's from Costa Rica.
You heard
so.
that? Panama.
yeah, Panama.
Panama.
Pura vida.
My beautiful girlfriend is from Panama as well, so
Oh.
I see where, you know, I already know. It's great.
See?
No.
You better pronounce it right, man.
Panama. I say Panama.
Give him a lesson, Marta.
Panama.
Panama.
I'm going to keep my doctor's appointment.
He might need it. He gonna need a heart surgeon. That's what he gonna need. Yeah, it's going down. And also to my left, we're talking about beauty, and we're talking about the spirit of Oya's beauty right now. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm a little bummed out that I didn't make that event. I was
Yeah.
working,
I was
but
looking for you.
But I'll make the next one and the next one and the next one after that. But I did get in the Black Rodeo this weekend.
Wow, how was that?
Whoa.
Do you guys know about that?
The Black Rodeo.
Yes.
I've heard. I haven't been though, actually.
Okay, so I'm friends with Reggie Dorsey. Do you know the actor Reggie Dorsey?
Okay, yeah.
And he actually allowed me to use his horse Storm in my music video Peace in the
Is
Valley.
that right?
Okay.
And Reggie had been telling me about, you know, this whole movement, but I've never been. So it was so cool. And Glenn Turman, you know, the actor Glenn Turman.
Classic.
I mean,
He always shows out, right? For
Oh,
those
my
guys.
Legend. Yeah, he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
no,
He's a
I mean,
cowboy.
these are some real cowboys. I'm not talking about just because they got the cowboy boots and the cowboy hats and the buckles. I mean, they are just their whole mannerisms, their whole everything, how they deal and ride and roll with those horses. It's like real deal, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh.
So that was, I enjoyed that a great deal.
I'm
this
not
weekend.
buying a horse, though.
Oh, I love them.
You say you won't ride a horse?
I won't buy one.
Man, I want to buy some horses and keep them in the stable, man. Horses are so much fun. They're intelligent and just some of the... You have to respect the horses because that's like a form of transportation for one,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's true.
But like,
Form of transportation.
it is. But it's so much fun. You ain't been riding horse yet?
Oh, man.
Come on.
I can't get on
Have
a
you ever
horse.
ridden a horse?
Love to. I can't wait to go again.
Yeah.
You know, what about you? In Panama, do they ride horses?
Well, you know, the second part of this. Wait. We got a picture of a
There was
horse.
pictures.
Keys, you got that in this camera?
Let's see.
So you can see what was going on.
Yeah, we see it. We see you looking
I can
good.
see
You're looking good.
Oh, you
What you
know.
got on? Oh, what you got on?
Oh, you see, I had on the cowboy boots, the jeans, the little
Okay.
plaid shirt. I was, you know,
All right.
missing the cowboy hat,
There you
but
go,
you
there you
know,
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there goes
beautiful.
Glenn and Reggie with the
Okay.
little horsey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't say, did you ride a horse?
Oh, I love riding horses. I didn't ride
All
one
right
yesterday,
now.
but
I want to answer, did you ride
I didn't-
a horse?
I
All
did
right
not
now.
do it yesterday. But I love to ride horses. But see, I don't know where Chris is going.
Yeah, you're going to get caught up in that one.
So, you know, I know you, bucko.
Buckle up now. That you saddle up and ride the horses with you.
I don't know where y'all going. I
Play
just
some
asked
genuine up in
a
here.
little
you know?
question.
Because we always know where you going, Chris.
My pony.
And Chris, you have to go to the doctor. You see, she hasn't even started yet.
I ain't even going to the doctor.
You said the doctor who?
Doctor Who?
So yeah, we're gonna play some music. Well, actually, before we play some music, Oya's gonna give us our affirmation, and she's gonna tell us the monthly theme and our topic for the day.
Okay, wait, before you start, I got one question.
What's that?
You gonna come back?
Are you kidding me? You want to have me back? I would love to.
Have you back? I want to.
Wait.
We haven't even began to talk
Excuse
about
me.
her bio. I mean, she has a bio along as somebody in Compton's worksheet, you know. But
I gotta let him know though. I'm a Mrs. Cross.
I saw the ring. The
you
first
know.
thing we look for.
Oh, see, a good man does look for
That's
the
why I'm
ring.
going to the doctor.
You know what?
I know that's right.
Well, we have a great show lined up, and we're going to talk a little bit more why Marta is here besides her beauty for this wonderful monthly theme that we have going on children's health. So I'm looking forward to chatting with her about that. And we're also going to have a wonderful comedian in Danny Green. He'll be on his way.
Danny Green came out last night.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah, well, he came to the sparring session with Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, cool. So we can talk to him a little bit about that, too.
Yeah, it was a long list of celebrities, but go ahead. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, before we get into some music, we are going to share our weekly affirmation. And again, everyone, I'm sharing weekly affirmations to get our minds reprogrammed so that we can live the abundant and beautiful life that we really want. And it starts with your mind first and how we think. So this week's affirmation, we all have gifts. We all have gifts. So just want to put that out there first and foremost.
Right.
You don't have to be a singer. You don't have to be an actor. You don't have to be a DJ, a writer. No matter what it is that you do in your life, you have a gift. And I want to share this affirmation. It's simply this. I am delighting in sharing my gift with the world. Again, it is I am delighting in sharing my gift with the world. You know, actually, let's make that plural, gifts, because many of us have multiple talents. And when I speak on this, it could be a mother raising her child in the most respectable and most beautiful, upstanding way, because now you are adding an addition into the world.
Oh, yeah.
So don't just think it's about as a writer or as an actor, you know, being in media and TV, something on that scale. Everybody counts on this planet. So whatever it is that you're doing, connect with your spirit, connect with your gift. So everybody together. I am delighting in sharing my gifts with the world. How does that feel?
Feels
That's
good.
good.
Nice.
We all got gifts here?
Yeah.
We all recognize that?
Yes.
All right.
We got to have these gifts, you know, and we have to share them.
And
You
the
know,
gifts
you
are
have to
given
recognize
free,
them
free.
and share them. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you keyed in on that word, because sharing is indeed what it's really all about, the giving and receiving.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And God gave us those gifts for free, or whoever gave us those gifts for free, whoever you believe in, and so we must give those gifts for free as well, and not expect anything in return, but just give.
Give and
I
receive.
don't know about that.
Well, but see, now hold on now, Chris, because
yeah, man.
the giving and receiving in abundance, the giving and receiving, there's your giving and your receiving. So it's not as if you're getting nothing from it. Now, what are you thinking about over there?
Same thing you're thinking about.
You just want to start something.
I just wanted to get a good explanation for that. That's all.
All right, well, now you know.
No.
It's better to give than receive, and we know
Thank
that.
you.
I'm gonna play some music from the. We're gonna play a little clip from the game from the poker tournament yesterday.
Okay.
You know, and play a couple records, and then it's a little piece. It's some cool stuff. You know, so we're gonna check it out. We'll be back. This is the Be Life Driven Show, powered by Daily Solution.
Hey.
Our monthly theme is children's health awareness.
Inspiring kids with cancer to believe in miracles
Yeah,
coming
they do
true.
come true.
Yes,
You
they
know?
will come true.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And we have a very interesting topic of the day, which just talks about, you know, underage behaviors, you know, from drinking to sex, and to the parents and guardians out there. When is the time to have the talk with your children? When is
Yes.
that time? We'll talk more about that today a little later with Real Talk with Oya, but right now we're going to play a little clip, some music, and we'll be back very shortly.
You know when it's time.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes. When they start locking the door to the bedroom.
I miss your love. yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That gotta be my favorite Marvin song right there. It looked like we're getting down to the wire. We're getting down to the wire of the poker tournament. They're playing for a diamond watch. I think it praised at like 50 grand, a $50,000 diamond watch. Also, we're giving away a full expense trip to the next Floyd Mayweather and Maidana Part 2 fight in September 13th in Vegas. Red going whether they give him a ticket or not. 2 ringside tickets, 2 flights, and a hotel room for 2 nights is on the house if you win the poker tournament right now. That's what you're playing for right now. DJ Quest Coast is live in the mix. You're live, sitting right inside of all of these exotic Euro cars. Brought to you by Life Driven and Team Watson. Shouts out to Azad Watches. We gonna do it like this. What up, Q from World Star?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
DJ Quest Coast is live in the mix. Don't get it fisted.
Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
So, I need to know who's left on the poker table. How many are left? 2? The final 2.
I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
Hey, Red Grant, I know you're not used to finishing 3rd place, right? I know you're not used to that shit, right?
Clap along. You know what happiness is to you. Because I'm
I mean, it was out of 80 people, though, right, Red? So you got to feel a little bit good, right?
Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing.
You know you love this song right here. What up, Clint?
Can't nothing bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing
Mike, how you feeling?
bring me down. I said because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy.
The bar's still open. What's up? I see you.
Know what happiness is to you.
How was the event today? It was nice. It was nice. In the pink. I see you. Okay. For a good cause. I love that.
Like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
You know what I need? We gonna liven it up. I need y'all to move some tables, some furniture. We gonna get Luther. I need y'all to move some tables and furniture so we can party. I ain't gonna let y'all go without cutting the rug.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Mike said, move the tables out the way.
If you feel
Come on, Alex, I need you to get up and move the tables so we can dance.
clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Yeah, we back. And you know this, man. Daily Solutions.
Hey.
Powered by. And this is the Be Life Driven Show. It is Children's Health Awareness Month, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bring that down a little bit. Yeah, it's Children's Health Awareness Month. And we're talking about, things that these kids are doing at early ages. And
Badass kids.
when is the appropriate time? What the hell is that? I'm gonna need you to get it together. When is the appropriate time to have that talk? Call us if you're out there. Call us up, 323-965.
1600.
Let us know what you think. What time is the right time? These children are being exposed and in a lot of different ways.
Right.
The music that you was hearing in that little clip, it's loud out there. What you was hearing was the actual live feed from the poker tournament earlier.
Right. Yeah, it was great.
I got to give a shout out to a bunch of people. Paul George and his sister is beautiful. His sister's like 6'7".
Man, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Maybe 6'8", without heels on. Then she put the heels on and she was bigger than him, but gorgeous. Who else was there? Master P came out.
P came through.
Master P was there. Deshaun Jackson came out. We had Ed Davis from the Lakers, Chris Mills, Regina Hall. She's in like 1,000 movies right now. I think like a
1001.
2, and she was there hanging out with us. And who else? Floyd Mayweather, of course, he showed up with the whole money team. Josecito Lopez, another champion fighter. Dwayne Martin came out, and Tyron Turner, one of my favorites from Menace to Society. Kane, that's my boy Kane. He was in the house, Who else came? Eric Benet was there.
Eric Benet.
Eric Benet was there.
Let's give a shout out to Brandon Watson, Marcus Watson.
Absolutely.
Sam Watson,
the whole Watson family. Yeah, Ed Long.
Donnie Soul.
Yeah, Donnie Soul. And of course, Chris Angelo Ware. You guys put together a really nice event. And then DJ Quest Coast himself, he made an appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, come on. It wouldn't have been a party if it wouldn't have been for Quest. It wouldn't have been a party.
Nice.
You know what I'm
It was
saying?
really nice. Marcus Houston showed up, too. It was a few people out there, man. So we want to thank everybody. Exotic Euro Cars, Azad Watches, the Money Team, and Team Watson. Pitbull Energy Drink was a sponsor, of course. And
give a shout out to Monty's Steakhouse.
Oh, Monty's, man, they laid the food was so nice. It was really nice, you know what I'm saying? Alex Thomas was there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so, it was really cool, man. We had a really good time. TK Kirkland was there, and Red Grant. How can we forget Red Grant?
Right.
You know
Red
what I'm saying? AJ Johnson and the Comedy Convicts pulled up. And they almost,
Let's give a shout out. Let's give a
put
shout
me in
out.
the headlock. It was like, you better give us a shout out, Negro. I was like, hey, man, calm down, man. Comedy Convicts.
Give a shout out to Hurricane.
Oh, Hurricane and Bubba Oak, and I don't want no trouble, all right? Cool, man. But that's what that was, man. We raised a lot of money for to benefit children that are fighting cancer, So it was really good cause, and a lot of people showed up and showed out for us, and so we'll do that again sometime soon,
Oh, we're gonna do it in August.
Yeah, I was
There
going to
it
say,
is.
when's the next event?
We're going down in August. August or September, we're gonna do. I'm not sure, but I'm putting it out there. A big bowling event.
Yeah.
Nice.
For children with cancer. It's gonna be just everything we do is.
Now
big.
I still
Everything
got
we
my
do.
I got my own bowling ball. I got my own bowling shoes, and I'm taking names and kicking ass.
But can you bowl?
You know what I'm saying?
You got all that attire, but can you bowl?
Man, my handicap is like 220. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Can we get a shout out to all those sponsors right there?
Yeah, look at them. You see them right there, So that was over the weekend. We had a great time. I'm sorry if you missed it. We'll be doing something again later on this summer, Man, Dr. Pooch,
Yeah.
he's about to travel around the world, man. You know what I'm
I'm about
saying?
to go, man. I'm about to go. I'm going to a place where I grew up in West Africa, Senegal.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's been a long time, man. I've been
long time, huh?
sitting here on the West Coast just working it out. But I got some family dudes.
Now you're going to the West Coast of Africa.
West Coast. Man, I stay West Coast.
You
with
stay
it.
West Coast with it? Yeah, you got to stay West Coast with it, baby. You got to do that, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So I'm leaving tomorrow morning, man.
Tomorrow morning. How long is the flight over there, man?
It's crazy. It's like 3 legs of the flight. It's like going to the East Coast first, and we're going to Belgium, and then we're going to Belgium to Dakar.
I always wondered, like, I never took a trip. I flew to Africa, but you don't fly straight to Africa. They always take you to Europe first.
You can, though. You can fly direct,
It costs a little bit more money, huh?
Yeah, you know.
A little bit more money.
We want to give a shout out to Dr. Pooch and safe travels to
absolutely, man. Bring back some moringa or something, man.
Yeah.
You know, can I get some?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
All of that. I'm
if y'all don't know what moringa is, we're gonna tell you about moringa. That's gonna be the herb of the day for the week. You know, we'll talk about moringa.
Baobab. Ooh, you know, I'm talking about some ancient stuff, man.
Come on now,
some real good stuff. There's actually I'm gonna find a way to Skype while I'm out there, right?
Yeah.
Or at least call in. But there's some pictures. I can't wait to go. I have an uncle. He has a hotel, right? So you guys are familiar with it.
Wait. Did you see I just threw that in there? I have an uncle. He has a hotel.
Right.
Okay,
right,
go ahead.
Right, but check it out. Like, because it's like it's part of my childhood. Every time I went back, like we always went to his place, and we just just relax. It's like a nice resort, and it's a must-go tourist spot, but it's not known at all. So I'm giving him the plug, actually.
Okay.
Can you give me a discount if I come?
Absolutely, man. We free. Like everything is free. You know.
In my country, Marta, beauty like this doesn't have to work.
You know what I'm saying? Just come. So you guys are familiar with the Dead Sea, right?
Yeah.
Right, you float in the Dead Sea, and there's so much water, buoyancy, that you just float in the Dead Sea. Well, in Senegal, there's a pink lake.
A pink lake. Did you hear that?
It's called the Pink Lake because it's actually pink.
Wow. Like her dress.
Yes, I was about to say, I was
pinker.
wearing it for you.
Pinker.
That's you were going to the Pink Lake.
That's like peach, kind of.
Now you got to mess it up.
I'm sorry. Okay, wait.
But I'm saying pink. No, I'm going to show you guys some pictures, and we could take a picture of you in your dress today.
Yeah.
It's pink.
Really?
Like rose color pink.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some pictures.
And you float on top of it.
You float on top of it. So it's like, do you float because it's a bunch of salt in the water?
Because it's a bunch of salt. Yeah.
There it is.
They actually have like mountains of salt, and I'll take pictures of that too. There's like mountains of salt that they extract all the time.
Is there like any health benefit to that? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, the
mineral bath?
the sodium potassium balance in your body and the cells, like for cells to open and close, it needs salt. So like your whole electrical wiring, through the nervous system is all salt based. So you need the right types of salts. And I'm gonna go back there and show you guys exactly. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of little videos so we know exactly the right types of salt. But then the most amazing thing is once you step outside, about 5 to 10 feet outside of the Pink Lake, there's fresh spring water coming out, and you can see it bubbling from the ground.
Wow.
And you're so salty when you come out. There's a guy, he has a bucket there, and you just take a nice little bath. And you know what I mean?
So we all got to go. We
got to take a trip.
The Be Life Driven.
Go back home.
With Dr. Pooch.
To Mama Land.
Nice. How long are you going to be gone?
It's about 3 weeks.
You can't go to Africa for less than that. Come on now.
It should take that long to get there.
That's right. Well, I'm going to be in your suitcase, man. So you just
Married women can't come.
Married women can't come? So you must be talking to Marta, right?
I just put it out there. That's all. I just put it out there.
That's okay. We'll talk later. He's got a doctor's appointment in a second, so.
Right. We're going to get him out of here, man.
I mean, well, speaking of Marta, I mean, she is a highly active, and she has a bio that is very impressive.
Indeed, she does.
I mean,
she's
been in a number of films and television programs, and I mean, you might have heard of some of this stuff.
A little something.
I mean, I don't know. You might watch Showtime. You might have seen her on Weeds.
Wow.
Okay.
Maybe like on Disney and iCarly. I know my daughter's seen her on there.
I get recognized the most from iCarly.
I mean, now that you say it, I might even recognize. So no, I said Disney, but it's Nickelodeon actually. Don't nobody hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But also on FX, what is that? Red Ridge? Is that the show?
No, Red Ridge is a movie actually.
It's a movie.
An independent movie, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm kind of like looking at the bio, a horror film, Side FX. That's another film.
Side FX, yeah, that was a film I did. Actually, it's when I first started producing and doing hands-on stuff, and we did it in 2 weeks. And Amber Heard, who you might have heard of. I didn't plan that. That just came out that way. That was pretty good, actually.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
I want to know, how can you have a horror film with you in it?
Well, you know, I was actually the villain.
And I saw the pictures. You look crazy.
She was killing everybody.
I was.
Crazy.
I was. You wouldn't expect
That's
that I
what
would
I'm saying.
hurt you.
You're
That's
just
the
getting
thing.
catching everybody off guard. Shit.
Marta is a very talented actress.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you, Leah.
she is. She's amazing, and you know, you get a little bit of her natural feel. You know, making us giggle. That's when I first met her. What was the character when we did that play? We did a
goodness.
show when I first met Marta.
That's when Oya blew me away. I said, I have to know that woman.
And I said, I have to know her.
know that woman.
Look at him.
And I got to know both of them.
Hey,
I
I'm glad
remember
I'm
that
here.
day.
Wait, give us a little bit of that character, please. I love that character.
Maria Marta de Méndez de Soto de Domínguez.
That's her. That's her.
She is somebody that's been with me for a long time. I based her on just a crazy Latin aunt that, you know, I always go visit my family in Costa Rica. And we all do sketches together, and we all get together and do an artist night. And she just started coming out and getting developed. And basically, she can be super sweet and then catch you off guard and be a little feisty. So,
Talk to Chris a little bit like her.
dear Chris.
Yes.
I am sitting here today because I wanted to say that I am very, very happy that you had me on your show.
Ooh, shoot, I'm happy to have you, too.
I am also very happy that you might be leaving in 5 minutes because I can go to Africa.
With Dr.
Let's get him out the way. Let's get him out the way.
Right?
No, I'm actually very sad that you're leaving.
Thank
I'm
you.
very, very
Thank
sad.
you. I'm sad I'm leaving too. And much shout outs to the other half. You know, we just kidding around here, you know.
Yes.
Kidding around.
Ryan Cross, I love you, baby.
Yes, I love you too for letting her come out today.
No, but you've also seen her on Criminal Minds and NCIS and a number of shows. So, you know, she's working. She is working, y'all, and she's in the studio with us right now, Be Life Driven Radio. Thank you for
very
being
much.
here with us.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be
Thank
here.
you. Woo!
So we're going to play some more music, and we're going to get into this topic. This topic is hot. It's itching me. I really want to talk about it. I want to, you know, because
Gotta get that checked out, man.
I have a doctor. I have a doctor. But
Well, you need to go see him.
You know,
Maybe you need to go with Chris. I handle this side of town.
listen here.
Hey,
It's good.
I'm getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready to go to the doctor and get all the good checkups and the good blood checks and everything. Check the eyes, the nose, the hands.
This is your annual
No,
physical check.
this is just my monthly. You know what I'm
Monthly,
saying?
okay.
I go get a little monthly every once in a while, keep everything going, you know. Doctors say everything's good, and then I can get out there and run wild with the horses.
Yeah. Well, so, Chris, I mean, but this is great because you're sharing with the world.
Yes.
Because, you know, we've talked about that, about guys I want to go to the doctor. And
Right.
how is it that you're making it so, like, yeah, I'm going to go to the doctor,
Go get
check
your
everything
checkups.
out, make sure I'm all
Go-
groovy so I can,
Go get
you
your
know.
checkups. Go
But
get your
but
checkups.
this is different for you. In
Yes.
the past, you didn't really necessarily feel like that. Now you feel like that, right?
No, I always felt like going to the doctor. I'm saying there's other guys out here who do not feel like going to the doctor, and it's a shame. So go to the doctor, get your annual checkup. I like going to the doctor. You know
Chris
what I'm
is a
saying?
warrior because he not only goes to the doctor, but he'll fight the doctor and go to find the right doctor.
That's right.
That's
right.
really
That's what you got to
important.
do.
It's very
You
important.
That's
gotta make
very
sure,
important.
You got to make sure
Yes.
you find the right doctor who works for you and does what you want him to do, and also knows what to do for you.
So you're a little bit different then. So you're that guy that has no issue with going to the doctors. We've talked
none,
so much
none,
about
none.
guys that don't want to go to the doctor, but you
Right.
always across the board.
I
And
look
that's how you
forward.
did the early detection, right? I mean, it was kind of, as you said, misdiagnosed or something
Right,
at some
right.
point.
Yes.
And that's why you know about making sure you get the right doctor,
That's
right?
right. That's right. Oh, you know, and like I said, I love going to the doctor. I love going to the doctor so much I can leave the Be Life Driven show today and leave the presence of the two most beautiful women
Make sure
I've
you
seen
good, right?
in the last 2 hours. They're great. The show is great. I want to say thank you to everybody. I gotta go.
Well, Chris, it was nice having you, and we'll see you next week, man. It's all
y'all
good.
see
So
me
we're going to play
next
some
week.
music, and we'll be back with this conversation. When is the right time
Yeah, I'm
to
looking
have
forward to
that
this.
talk?
In about 5 minutes.
I need to be here for that one, though. I need to be
When
here.
is the right time?
In about 5 minutes.
need
I mean,
to
it's
be
a lot of factors that are playing, you know, underage drinking, underage I mean, it's just so much going on, you know. So, like, we have to equip our children and let them lead a life of informed, you know, an educated place. You know, you don't want them going out there uninformed and running into scenarios that they have never even imagined and having to make those quick decisions on the feet without the proper, you know, tools, if you will.
Well, make sure you talk about babies having babies.
Yeah.
Oh, all of that. We got
All
it.
of that.
The underage sex.
Well, I'm gonna play my
drinking.
favorite record right now, Disclosure. Song is called Disclosure by Latch. And Sam Smith. My mama likes Sam Smith, so I know you're doing your stuff, man. From the old to young, it's going down right now. Play this Disclosure record. Let it run.
Peace.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
And we're back. It is Be Life Driven Radio, powered by Daily Solution. I do want to introduce my co-host. Well, he went to the restroom, but Dr. Pooch is over there. We have the beautiful and talented spirit of Oya Thomas.
Peace and blessings, my rays of light.
We also got two great, talented guests. Marta is in the house. Please tell us your full name. I keep calling you your first name. What's your last name?
Cross.
Marta Cross.
Marta Cross.
Yes, official.
It's official.
And officially just stepped in the room. We got the funny man himself, Mr. Dannon Green.
Oh no, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I'm sorry, it's daytime.
Yeah, you so used to doing it at night.
Yeah, that's my line. I guess I say that in church.
Hey, it's all good. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Yes.
I mean, the conversation is about to get real though, because we're talking about when is that right time to have that talk. That real talk, that adult talk with your children, you know. I mean, there's so many things challenging the kids and they're exposed to today. So, you know, when is the right time to have that talk, you know? And that just brings to mind for me, just for the panel, I'll just throw it out there. And callers, if you want to call in and chime in, when did you lose your virginity?
Oh,
you know?
Are you asking me?
I mean, you know, come on.
Oh yeah, well, I was 14.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I grew up in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No, what's
He said, what really got to do with that?
It has something to do with it.
Tell me.
Well, my brother Michael.
Hey, Michael.
What up, Mike?
He, you know, I used to always get that pressure. Like, you know, my brother was a little better looking than me, got hazel eyes, so you know he was always a winner, and he used to say, you know, who you getting? You know what I mean? And I was like, and I would lie. I wasn't getting nobody. So I was like, you know, the girl up the street. You know, I was lying. He's like, who? And I'm like, you know. So finally, when I was 14, I was working in a camp, and one of the girls was working there, and she was actually older than me, 17. And I always had a good gift of gab, you know, and I looked a little older. So, you know, the opportunity was given there. I was 14, didn't know what I was doing. I enjoyed
17-year-old. Woo-wee.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean,
gave it up to
she gave it up. I was,
a younger man.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was nice. And I was 14, and
He said it was nice.
yeah. Well, I mean, it took a minute and a half. I didn't know what I was doing. You know how
The
it is.
memory's still there.
Yeah.
It was only a minute and a half. That's all.
No. I didn't say that was a minute and a half. I said it took a minute and a half to, you know, figure out where I was supposed to do everything.
He said it took a little while to get it together.
Don't put no bad rumors out there on me right now. I got a reputation to live by.
Well, you know what Missy said.
But no, I was 14.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I was 13. You know, it was a summer.
Where you from?
I'm from L.A., Inglewood, California.
Oh, yeah,
you know, I was living in Hawthorne. You know, we had a nice little house at the time. And,
I just want to know what it's all.
But see, I'm surprised you didn't lose, sooner because you light skinned. Y'all was in. You know what I mean? You know, they love y'all.
I told people that I lost it sooner.
Okay,
you know?
okay, cool.
No, sooner than 13.
I did because I'm coming from the inner city, you know, and it was, a lot of pressure. Like
it is pressure, man.
I was the youngest of the family, so I didn't have like my brothers and cousins around. They was 10 years plus older than me. But my buddies, and my buddies are sharks. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them married. Well, that's not true. I have a few buddies that are married, but some of my buddies are sharks, you know, and they was putting the pressure on, like, what's happening, man? What you doing, or we was at least just trying. So it was a lot of women around, and I ain't even gonna tell you the whole story, but I'll let the other fellas speak, and then we'll hear from the ladies. But
yeah, I wanted to hear from the ladies, honestly. But yeah, I was like 14 or 15, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And maybe like either like late 14s or like early 15. And I was in Senegal, actually.
In Dakar, where you going back?
You know what I mean? I'm going back.
It's your anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and it was an older chick, and it was, oh, man, here we go. Parallels. Well, let me not get into the whole story, but it was like I had a girl, and it was during the month of Ramadan, and so I wasn't, doing nothing.
Supposed
You're supposed to be fasting and stuff.
I was.
Everything.
I was fasting.
He was
and
fasting. He was
that's
fasting
why,
on that booty.
No, I was fasting, so I had a girl, right? And so I wasn't, I wasn't even like messing with her, because it was, I was fasting and this and that. And then at the end of it, because I had different living situations, I wasn't living with my parents like at a young age, and so she came over like at the last day, you know what I mean, of Ramadan, like when it was in,
fast together.
you know what I mean? Nah. She left. Like I called her a taxi. You know what I mean? Like sent her home. But when I walked home, I forgot that she had came with a friend. And her friend was still there.
Oh God,
man!
You hit the friend.
Yeah,
Hit the friend.
I hit the friend. And
And you say she's just a friend, huh?
You say she's just a friend.
It's crazy. I mean, and this goes to say like women are very, very scandalous.
It can happen.
here
It
we
can
go.
happen.
That's not the topic today. That's not the
I'm telling
topic
you,
today.
it can happen. I'm just telling you, it's true. It's true.
Come on.
Even though I believe he broke it before it was over. He making it sound it was the last day. And nah, it wasn't no last day.
Nah, I was
So
serious.
down.
I was always serious with the fast, but then cause I was staying at my uncle's house, and my uncle had left. Like I woke up and I forgot. Like in Senegal, it's like a big community and family and everything. And I woke up and I was expecting big festivities, and the house was empty. I'm talking about the maids was gone. Like in Senegal, eat rich or poor, everybody has maids. You know. The maids was gone. The guardian of the house was gone. The pots and the pans in the kitchen were everything gone.
So
everything was gone.
It was
but
just me, and I had my little back room. I was secluded, had my own little spot. Everything was nice.
You and the friend, huh? Did your girl ever find out?
I don't even know, man.
She didn't even
I
kiss
just put
and
her
tell.
to the
That's
side,
good.
Yeah.
All right, Playboy, I see you started off with a feather in your cap. Player, you.
But this
man.
this
I'm
is
a nice guy.
This is real talk. We joking about it and all, but the fact of the matter is you 13, 14. So this is a true question. This is a real
What's
question.
your number?
Oh man, come on now, you know that.
What's your number?
Yeah. We want to hear this
Not
number.
your telephone number.
Danny like, yeah.
I want to hear this one. I've been praying for this number.
Popcorn out, everybody. Popcorn.
As I was saying, so no, I mean really, it's really important that we put this on the table because I think a lot of parents they are in denial.
Well, I mean, there's a difference. You see, guys, we can candidly speak about this because we've been pressured and we've been having these conversations amongst ourselves for so long.
And it's also society. A society says, a man could do what he wants and when he wants, and he's cool.
Well, they used to say that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
now women are just as he said scandalous, and
We
having sex
impeached the
younger than
president,
being
huh?
just scandalous. But come on,
yeah, true.
It's different. Women. I mean, I think now women are. You talk about the age or whatever. I think as soon as you are able to give, if you have a child, I think as soon as you give your child an iPad or a cell phone, that's when you should start talking to them about it because they can have access to it at any time.
Access is there. It's true. It's
now
definitely true.
it's different. I mean, they have so much access, and
Yeah.
even whenever I was young, I had sex ed at age 10. And it was
You what?
sex
ed.
sex education.
Oh, okay,
Sex
okay.
education.
Yeah, you about to make me drink a
Age
beer
10.
for
I
real.
know, I was like,
Say my daughter's
I'm just
5.
gonna-
Like, this
Lord,
is
I know.
going too fast for me.
Forget the pit bull on that one. I was like, go ahead.
I'm just gonna slip it in there. Yeah, I was age 10.
Time out, but
I know.
you see how you guys. What now? What
Yeah.
if she had? See, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's bad.
'Cause that does happen.
Yeah, it does.
happen.
I definitely don't
Why?
want my 10-year-old or any 10-year-old,
No, none.
getting down.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
why?
I
That's
mean,
way too
so we
early.
still didn't hear any numbers from the ladies. I just want a range of, so we have something to
A
go
range.
by. You know, what I'm
Marta
saying?
was talking. Let her
Since,
complete.
since we keeping it real up in here.
I'm here as always guest. I will definitely start off. But I mean, it is a real conversation because you talk about how I think it still is because I did sex education for a while in LA. And we had age 10 to 15. And the 10-year-olds had the same amount of questions as the 14-year-olds and were just as knowledgeable. And it was
Right.
really, I mean, I think a lot of it is their peers and everybody has access to the internet. And for me, I grew up, you know, around, I was an Army brat, so I went around to different places, and then I ended up in Texas, and I was in a little tiny town. It's supposed to be really safe, and all the neighbors know everybody, and everybody's watching out for your kids. Well, you know, I was a really good kid. I was, you know, president of my class and
Nice.
straight A's and did the whole thing, sports and all that. But I was 14 because I had a boyfriend, and he was a senior, and we just...
The pressure was on, yeah.
Was
The
it like a
pressure was
long-term
on.
thing?
Is
Y'all
it pressure
y'all
or is it
dating?
just that you just want to do it though?
Well, I mean, I
That's-
think
that's
your
pressure.
hormones
That's-
are going kind of. I mean, look, listen, that's kind of real because you're saying it's pressure, and there are in my situation, I did want to please the guy. I wanted to make him happy, and I wanted him to like me. But there are situations where the girl's
I'm
coming
tired
out.
of women saying that.
No,
if
but
he
there
with you,
are-
he like you.
No, but there are
So-
situations where the girl
You wanted
is
him
the
to
one
stay,
wanting to.
maybe. But if a man's dating you, no matter what age, he likes you.
No, it's true because I had a girlfriend in middle school, and you know I was ready to do the thing, and she wasn't. And the next day, she wasn't my girlfriend anymore.
Exactly.
Because
So that's what I'm saying.
Because you chose
because she- yeah.
if she didn't put out that thing.
I mean,
that's-
that was the
Yeah.
place that I was in as a preteen, you know. And
Oh yeah.
Danny.
Can we get a number, please? I don't want to cut you off, dog, but the more we talk, the
I
less
like,
she
I
tells
like
us
that,
that number.
Danny.
You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
come on, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, you guys are talking just fine.
I know
Why
we
do
are.
Why
Come
do
on
we
now.
need the number?
I need
Boy,
the
yeah,
number.
there is nothing
this
else to
is-
preserve
This
anymore.
is real talk.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, anyway, you know, we could
Oh,
we could
goodness.
go on.
Is she really not going to tell me?
Yeah, she's
They're
skating.
talking.
No, she's definitely skating
I'll get
right
back
now.
to you.
She definitely
Wow.
I'm
I'm
missing right
disappointed.
now.
I'm
Aw,
really,
really?
You know, I got to leave, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
they told me this was a real show.
It was a real show. It was supposed to be real talk with Oya.
Oh,
It's supposed to be real talk with Oya, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe I need to leave.
yeah.
Maybe I need to
Nah,
go
man,
somewhere
don't-
and keep it
don't
real.
go, man.
'Cause
Don't
it's
go.
not
We gon-
fair. No,
don't go.
It's not fair.
look at
It's
you.
not fair.
You see that? But see, this is what happens when you
Set
bring
the
your
dogs on
brother
it.
in
You
the
know?
house. You know,
I came from an
already knew.
audition. I skipped the
already
golf
knew.
tournament to be
You know?
here today.
You know,
You didn't skip.
I
no
did.
golf
I had a golf
tournament.
tournament at Braemar. I could have
he was
played in.
supposed to
but
be on the green right now.
Yeah, but nah, Danny Green
Par
is here.
3, sipping Bloody Marys, and you over here
Yeah, but
stating the question.
Yeah, I'm over here having pit bull, and and she won't tell the truth.
Go ahead.
on.
See, come on. Let the pressure go down. I'll come back with the answer. I promise. Go ahead.
Okay. You ain't never lied to me before, so
No,
I'm-
they're talking about Pitbull. Like,
All right,
corner.
all right. Maybe this is a little easier for her. Okay, this is for everybody. What was the first time you took your first alcoholic beverage? What was the first time you had your first drink?
wow.
I mean, it's
You
real.
really wanna know?
I really want to know.
I was 9.
I was about 11.
My
you know?
brother gave it to me.
Yeah.
I used to finish his cheesesteak. He used to give me a half a bottle of Michelob, and I used to eat half his cheesesteak.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you know, my brother was like, he raised me for a couple of years when I got older, but we were always cool like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I first had my first beer. And I think the first time I got drunk was at a family. This is like the funniest story in the world. We had like a family party in Philly. And me and my cousin, you remember I don't know if you remember, because y'all may not be old enough. They used to have Millers in little bottles. Right, little
Like
bottles.
little apple juice
Man,
bottles.
like apple juice bottles, Millers.
Wow.
So what we did, we was drinking, and we would, like, the family was in the living room, big party there, and we would go in the kitchen.
Swap it out.
No, so we didn't know any better, so we poured, like, clear liquor, like rum, in the beer. And we drinking, and it was funny because they said every time we kept coming back, we would just be louder and louder. You know what I mean? And the next morning, I was so drunk that night, and I got so messed up. I didn't even get a beating because my head was killing me. So I guess my mom was like, "You're getting your punishment now." So
Straight up.
I was about 8 or 9. Yeah,
That's crazy. I remember when my mom used to keep a cabinet, right? And the cabinet was nice. I mean, top shelf. But it was within arm's reach. It wasn't on the top shelf. It was down below. And so all my friends would come over and they knew. So they would be like, go in there. Let's go in there. They gone. Everybody gone. We here by ourselves. And, I started drinking dark at an early age, man. It was
that dark liquor.
But what was so exciting about it? Like for me, like my parents had a lot of liquor around the house, but it wasn't exciting. So it was just like my father had beer and stuff, and like he let me taste it. And I was like, I guess my excitement went down the drain because they allowed me to try it.
When was the first time you got drunk, though?
That was, I think, in college, and that was like something that was like, this is not happening again.
That was a
That
bad
might have been the
experience.
first time she had sex. When she got drunk. It's all coming together. She don't even remember now.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Investigative skills. Very well.
No. What happened was I had a job, and it was in New Orleans, so you already know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thirsty. You know, I'm serious.
okay.
I was really thirsty. I finished directing the show, and next thing you know, everybody buying drinks and we're having a good time, and they're all tasty and fruit punchy, tasty. And 7 drinks later,
Oh, no.
Wow.
and you already know, like, you know, my
Oh,
body weight and
no.
everything. And this isn't a matter of
Were they mixed drinks
just a
with
couple
sugar?
hours with gin that I have never touched again in my life.
Oh, I got a
Oh,
story
no.
about gin. Boy, I tell you.
And I tell you, all I
Rolling
know.
down the street, smoking, sipping on gin and juice.
Look,
I think that's why I wanted to do it,
Laid
man.
back.
I was in high school, right? It was my, you know, they have like homecoming, right?
Right.
So, oh man, we drove around all week, get something nice to wear, and you know, I had a nice little outfit on too. I tell you, and gin was cheap, you know, and so I had 2/5.
Damn.
I had a big tall thing of Sprite, and I poured, you know, half of it out, or maybe drank half of it, and I filled half of it. It's like not the 20, but the next size up, not the 2 liter, but so it's like
24-ounce joint.
something like that,
Yeah.
right? So I poured half of it out and I filled up the gin, and I hit that one, and I was, you know, I'm getting dressed. So I'm like, man, I got to drink this fast because, you know, I wanted to kind of, I'm dumb, so I'm done. It got to hit me. So by the time, you know, we leaving, so I finished that before I leave the house. And then I make another one. That's a whole bottle. Now the bottle's done. So now I take a bottle with me, and I got this, and I'm drinking on that. And, you know, it's high school, so I pull up to the thing, and, you know, I'm feeling good. It's hot. I got a sweater on. I'm sweating.
No, it's hot. You just drank a.
Boy, man, it was rough. It was rough. So my buddy pull up, and he was like, yo, man, you know, we got a little, you want to go smoke? I was like, what shit?
You was putting icing on the cake.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And so
it
was too much. I'm telling you. See,
It was too much.
We were hot mess. We were hot mess.
Now my question is, were you drunk? Like, when's the first time you had that drunkenness of where you threw up?
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
This is
it?
that time.
Okay.
This is that time. So the whole night is going really well. I don't remember taking no pictures, but I got a picture, and I'm doing something like weird with my body. I'm showing my shorts under. It was kind of weird. It was like not really how I wanted to represent myself, but it's my homecoming picture, 10th grade. So the whole night comes. They start introducing the royal court. And my buddy wins. He's like the first. He was my best friend at the time. That's my buddy Chase. He's still around too. And
What up, Chase?
he won homecoming king, right? And so
Pretty Ricky.
But anyway, man, I sit down for the first time. I hadn't sat down pretty much since I started drinking. I sat down, and the room started spinning.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is not good right here.
no.
And it actually, one of the cutest girls in the campus came and sat on my lap for a minute because she was just coming to love on me. And I'm feel like, woo, you know, she's a big girl too. Not a big girl, but like a tall girl with some hips. And
Juicy.
she was just...
We used to call them juicy back in the
She
day.
juicy, bro.
There you
I'm
go.
telling you.
Yeah.
She looked like a grown woman in high school. She came and I was like, whoa, I can't even hold you right now. And she kind of felt that and got up. And so we go outside, and I sit down, and it's like a little corner and a little chair for a minute. And everybody's kind of talking, and I just kind of like find the corner and just go, all in the
That's
corner in the
so-
hotel.
So I'm guessing with all of this, didn't nobody have that conversation with their parents?
Nah, I mean, it was like it was around. The alcohol was there. My mom's thing is if I find out you in these streets cutting up, drinking, and doing all that crazy stuff outside, she was gonna have a problem with it. So she created an environment where, you know, come to the house. Not like it's okay to drink and smoke. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the case, but. Come to the house. You have your parties here at the house. You tell your friends to come over here to the house. And so at least that was her safe zone of knowing, like, if they are going to do it, at least they're at home. You know what I'm saying?
See, when I grew
think
up,
that's the best
but
way.
when I grew up, it wasn't. You know, we grew up in Philly in the streets, and where we grew up, and not in the streets. I mean, our neighborhood was cool, but we used to have guys drink on the corner. Like they don't do that in L.A. People don't, you know. I don't see that a lot.
You go to the liquor store.
Well, they go to the liquor store and maybe drink in front of the liquor store.
Yeah.
We would buy, 64 ounce, whatever, and we'd drink it on the corner. Now, we wouldn't do it because we'd be underage. But like
Right.
an old head would be like, yo, you want to hit this little dam or something like that.
Right.
And it wasn't an issue. So, but I think now the problem is because of the way these kids are and it's so wild. If you hear about liquor, then everything is a negative.
Right.
Where we didn't, I didn't go to school the next day and go, yo, we was getting high, we was drinking. We didn't even think nothing about it. We had a sip of beer, went about our business. You know what I'm saying? So it's becoming more of an issue now,
Yeah. The accessibility. I mean, I think for me, I know it was around in high school like heavy, and so we can't act like in high school the children are not aware of drinking and smoking, and having sex. So these things are very, very much so highly likely to happen. So my thing is inform your children on the do's and don'ts, how to be responsible within this. Because however we look at it, if you was in Mexico, the drinking age is 18. If you're in Europe, the drinking age is 18. You in Australia, the drinking age is 18. Pretty much everywhere else in the world, the drinking age is 18. You grown.
It used to be 18 in D.C. back in the day.
Wow, look at that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, in Washington, D.C., you could drink at 18. So when I finished my last year in Maryland, so we used to go to D.C. and drink, and then, we go down to Georgetown and drink and all that. You only had to be 18, you know what I mean? But and even if you was 19, 20 at that time back in the day, nobody cared. It just wasn't an issue like it is now.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a whole. We got to go to break in a second, but before we do, it's a whole different ball game right now too, because now you got pills. And like we got super strong weed.
Yeah.
You got like heavy drinks, and then mix it with
and
Red
the prescription,
Bulls
all
and
the prescription drugs, the codeines and all these things, and all the stuff that they take in recreational.
I don't think it's.
There's a record called Pills and Potion right now.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the drugs. See, it's the discipline of the parents. Because see, when we grew up, we were scared to do it. Drugs always been there. People always been doing coke and weed and drinking beer. That ain't nothing new.
I can't tell you. I've been terrified of cocaine. Like if I just the thought of like doing it, I was like, what?
I never did it. I had it offered to me over 14. I count every time I've been offered.
Right.
At least 14, 15 times. First time I was about 12. And you know why I never did cocaine? True story, man. Because I used to swim a lot.
Okay.
And I used to jump. You know when you jump in the water? And the water go in your nose, it used to burn it. Yeah. And I was like, man, I don't want nothing up in my nose, And I never did cocaine. I never did cocaine all my life. Yeah, because of that, man.
So parents, get your kids swimming.
Yeah. It's some chlorine in your nose. You don't know how it feels.
So now that explain the crack then that you like.
Well, the smoking, I can't, I can't, that's how to keep the weight down. Some things you can't give up.
Some things. No, it's all good. So we're going to play some music and we're going to come back with more Be Life Driven, powered by Daily Solution. The topic is real. When is the right time to start having this conversation, the talk with your children? I say as soon as they get in middle school. I think you want to keep it real with them right there. But we're going to come back and we're going to think, we want to know what you say. So call us up, 323-965-1600. Check out this record right here. This is one of my favorites.
Some mindsets. We ain't got to take our clothes off yet. We could burn an instant and just chat, relax. I got the good vibrations. Before we make love, let's have a good conversation. Pardon me, love, but you seem like my type. What you doing tonight? You should stop by the site. We could roll some weed, play some records and talk. I got a fly spot downtown Brooklyn, New York. Now I know you think I wanna fuck, no doubt, but tonight we try a different route. How about we start with a salad, a fresh bed of lettuce with croutons. Later we could play a game of chess on the futon. See, I ain't got to get in your blouse. It's your eye contact that be getting me aroused. When you show me your mind and make me wanna show you mine.
reflecting my light when it shines. Just taking our time before the night's through. We could get physical too. I ain't trying to say I don't wanna fuck, cause I do, but for me, boo, making love is just as much mental. I like to know what I'm getting into. See, we could have mindsets. We ain't got to take our clothes off yet. We could burn an instant and just chat, relax. I got the good vibration. Before we make love, let's have a good conversation. It's time for some mindsets. We ain't got to take our clothes off yet. We could burn an instant and just chat, relax. I got the good vibration. Before we make love, let's have a good conversation. It's time for some mindsets. You know about mindsets. African princess, tell me your interests. Wait, let me guess, boo, you probably like poetry. Here's a little something I jotted down in case I spotted you around. So let me take this opportunity. Would you share a moment with me over herbal tea? Take a walk verbally, make a bond certainly. Cause in my hand, I bet your hand fit perfectly. And it's like we floating out in space when you flirting with me. Come on, a little foreplay don't hurt. Imagine my chest under this shirt. Your ass under your skirt is like walking the hot sands and finding an oasis. Opposites attract, that's the basis. Sex is like the wind that separates the yin from the yang. The balance that means complete change. My aim is to touch you in a delicate spot. And once we get it started, I ain't trying to stop. But first we have mindsets. We ain't got to take our clothes off yet. We can burn an instant and just chat, relax. I got the good vibration. Before we make love, let's have a good conversation. It's time for some mindsets. We ain't got to take our clothes off yet. We can burn an instant and just chat, relax. I got the good vibrations. Before we make love, let's have a good conversation. Mindsets.
She smiles, I smile. She walks. No, she glides softly by me, changing night into day. She opens her mouth to speak, and soul sounds ring in my head. She speaks, and I want to dance to her rhythm. She moves ever so gently, increasing my desires. Desires to place my arms around her waist and hold and squeeze her to me. I want to melt into her body and discover the base of her warmth. Her beautiful black body that no human mind could ever conceive. She's love, she's truth, she's real as the stars that shine in the heavens, as real as the sun that bathes her body, as real as the moon that glows and the birds that sing and the rose that blossoms in spring, for she is that rose, and not just any rose. Oh, but a black rose. A black rose that stands taller and stronger than any other plant. A black rose that stands as creator of nations. A black rose that never loses her petals and blossoms all year round. Black rose, sweet rose, thornless rose, eternal rose. Please look my way. Please look my way. Please look my way. Black rose.
I don't have long. I have to get back to the hospital.
Okay. Sarah said that Stephanie's doing better, so that's good.
Yeah, she gave me your card.
Do you want a drink, Martha?
You are unbelievable.
All right. I know. I haven't made it to the hospital, okay? But it's been crazy around here. You know, and I went the other day. I got stuck with some idiot doing my highlights, and she screwed them up, so it just...
How dare you?
What? Okay,
you haven't even apologized.
They made the decision to drink, okay? They're not kids. Hello?
They're teenagers. My daughter is in the hospital because you bought them drinks and you let them drive.
They wanted drink.
You're the adult. You're supposed to protect them. My daughter has bars sticking out of her body holding it together. A punctured lung and broken ribs.
I will not let you lay this crap on me! You are their mother. I am not.
I was the one who drove. It's my fault that
It's not
Stephanie
you.
got hurt.
It's
It
not-
was my decision to
Calm
drink
down.
and drive.
Calm down.
No, I'm the one that shouldn't be walking.
No, Anna, no.
And this is Be Life Driven. What you're seeing is a clip from a film by Martha Cross that's that she's working on. That's going to come out soon. Is it out already or?
Yeah, well, it's not posted yet for people to see. It's been doing the film festival circuit.
Okay.
And I actually am starting to bring it into high schools and speak to them about, peer pressures and drunk driving and an extension of what I've always done. Just to set it up, this is based on my true story. When I was 19 and I was the driver, hammered, completely intoxicated, and my sister was drinking with me. She was 16 at the time. And then I ended up at the end of the night wrapping my car around a tree off the highway. And so off that, the miracle was my sister did end up surviving, but I spent about 30 hours in jail thinking that I had killed her because they started processing me for manslaughter. And when she did pull through, I felt like I was given a second chance. Not a lot of people are, especially when you're that kind of wreck. And even though she's doing better today, she still has some problems. She had to learn to walk again. She went to her first prom in a wheelchair. She was a state champion with the clarinet, couldn't play the clarinet anymore. So, I felt like I carried for many years the guilt of taking away a lot of her first experiences in high school that I got to have. And I ended up, when I went to court, I was lucky enough to get it lowered from a felony to a DWI because a lot of kids out there don't realize that if they are 18, sometimes he's 17, and you even get a fender bender, you can be charged with a felony. And that's going to take away a lot from your life because if somebody gets even whiplash, that could be intoxication assault, which is 2 to 10 years maximum.
Wow.
Damn.
So because the victim was my sister and I had an amazing team of people behind me, it did get lowered to a DWI misdemeanor. And with that, the judge ended up, after learning that I was an actress because I was acting at 19, this was in Texas too, which is one of the #1 states for drunk driving fatalities. Wow. They're pretty harsh on the punishments. But I told her I really learned my lesson and I wanted to share with people about my story. And so she looked at me and she said, if you really do, then I'm going to let you off. I'm not going to give you any jail time. And she put in my actual doc, which is your sentencing, she said, make a film about your story and go around speaking to people. And I did make her a documentary when I went back to my high school, and this was something that came later. But I went around to Texas high schools. I went on Good Morning America. I spoke about drunk driving and the pressures. And a lot of the kids would come up to me, and they were like, I didn't even think about that part of it. Because in Texas, we're in the country, so we're going down dirt roads. Like, we drank in the pastures. People were drunk driving. That's just how you got around. And kids are drinking with their parents. A lot of pasture parties with kegs and.
Did you say pastor parties?
Pastors, not pastors.
Excuse me. I'm sure they got those too.
She made me want to move to Texas real quick.
It's real. Kids drink. This is something we say. Kids drink to die. Binge to the extreme.
You know what makes it worse now? I think too, is that now with cell phones, you got people drinking and texting. Well, it's crazy.
Yeah, the text messaging while driving, like, I've been guilty of doing it. We all been guilty of doing it. It wasn't even against the law a few years ago, and so we all did it. But that has to be some of the most dangerous thing that you could do while driving. It's the craziest thing. Like, when I'm not doing it and I'm driving and I roll up on somebody and I see them looking down and we're going 80 miles an hour. What the hell is your problem?
Hey, I'm going to confess to something right now. I don't know. Do the police listen to the station?
Well, probably so. You know.
Well, maybe I shouldn't confess to it.
Well, you black, so you know they.
I might as well go ahead and do it then. No, true story though. That's a pet peeve of mine. Like if anybody been to my shows, they'll always know. Especially at one spot that I do, like once a month, I'll say, "Okay, y'all, what's my rule?" And they'll go, "No cell phones." It makes me really upset to see people on cell phones, men and women. I saw a woman one time. This is no lie, and I know you're gonna think I'm going up Highland. Mm-hmm. She had a cigarette, a drink, holding a dog.
Oh my God!
No lie, on her phone.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh my God!
And you know what I do? Because it really is because I've seen it, and they do it all the time. And like one time I pulled up on a lady, and I said, "Man," I said. Now this lady was cool. She looked at me. She go, "You know, you're right." I said, "Look," and actually it was Valentine's Day. I said, "You don't want nothing to happen to you on this day, do you?" And you know, cause I'll stop people and do it. Now some people look at me and they get mad, like, So anyway, I know I shouldn't confess to this, but hell, you know me. It's real talk, right?
Real talk.
And I'm a comic, and so I go to jail. Anyway, I've done a lot of acting stuff, and I had to play roles of police officers.
Okay.
So I have a badge. In my car. Yeah, we're going to leave it alone right there. Y'all know what I've done a couple of times.
I think there's a movie coming out about that right now.
It works. This don't lie. And it's funny. I've been doing it, and I've done it. I'll pull up and go like this, and they go, okay. I'm like, get off your phone.
Well, you're using it for good.
Yeah, well, you can't person. Yeah,
that was a play scenario. That wasn't really what happened, right?
No. I'm
scenario.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. I've done that a number of times because
I'm trying to save you, man. I'm trying to.
It's you gotta save me. They can't find it first.
Let them come. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta see me doing it.
You know what I'm talking about?
But I'm just saying, when we talk about drinking and we talk about drugs, but just think of that combination right now.
Come on.
I mean, nobody's really even talking about that. It's bad enough that if you drink and drive,
right,
you could kill somebody. You drink driving and you texting.
And
Come
you
on,
texting.
You
know texting.
Everybody does that.
You know, if you drunk texting, you ain't even gonna send what you're trying to send.
Yeah, you gonna send the wrong message. Yeah, meet me on Crenshaw. You're like, nah. But I think it's real wild time right now with that. Yeah.
Well, the texting and driving fatalities are superseded the drunk driving fatalities now. So they got to get. I don't know if they're going to come in with criminal charges on texting and driving. They're going to have to do something. I know they're doing manslaughter or with vehicular, where you use it as a deadly weapon.
They should, and they should also convict them of stupidity. I mean, it's just the dumbest thing. I mean, how?
But but we've all done it, like you said.
No,
we've all
have.
been guilty of doing it. I know.
But that don't mean nothing. That don't make it right.
No. But I'm saying if something, hopefully something happens, it doesn't happen. Like in my situation, I was texting. And then I hit the brake, and I was like right there, and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this again,
no more, right?
because I could have really bumped in the back of that car, sending some text about I'll be there in 10 minutes, or just something like those commercials that show you somebody losing their life, and it was something really silly what you were texting. It wasn't really that important. Right. Sometimes the texts are important for me because I am doing business. I will literally just pull over.
Yeah, for sure.
Pull over. Maybe I'll give you a pass if you had a red light or something.
Well,
and stop.
I think if you had a light like that, but even that's bad.
Yeah,
because what happens is you're texting, you turn like green. Everybody, I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
well, you get a ticket for that.
Just pull over if you really got to send it or something, because I mean it's an unnecessary
but what bothers
accident.
me is when you really, and especially when you don't do it meanly, like you say, yo man, why you text? People get mad at you because you try to help save their life.
That's like almost a common little small argument. It's not even an argument. Like I'll be driving or something, and I pick my phone up, I look at it, or I'm scrolling on Instagram, and my lady look at me. I'm like, oh my God. All right, you're right. You're absolutely right. But then she keeps going. Like,
because you keep.
But would you? But would you rather her like this than crying like he ain't here no more?
It's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
I appreciate it every time. It's the same thing with the seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on.
And that's why when I drive, honestly, I used to work with FedEx for 7 years.
Okay.
And they teach you how to drive defensively, and I have, I've never had an accident that was my fault in my life. You know what I mean? I've had some where people hit me, but they teach you how to drive defensively. When I drive now, I'm looking for I don't never take the light. I'm going to tell everybody right now, never take the light.
Yeah,
when the light turns green, give yourself a 3-second count.
Yeah.
Because there's always somebody trying to get it. And you know when the accidents happen? Sunday mornings, when there's nobody out there, and late at night. I'm serious. I know you think I'm tripping, but
No,
there's
that's
somebody
right.
always trying to drive and make that light, and I see it all the time, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be careful.
Well, let's open the phone calls and see who's out there in the blog sphere. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jeremiah, calling from Long Beach.
Jeremiah calling
What's
from
going on,
Long
Jeremiah?
Beach. What's up, brother?
LBC.
You got a comment, or you gonna chime in on the topic?
Hey, man. All right, look, check it out. I just recently left the Life Driven charity event that was cracking Saturday.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right.
All right. Let me tell everybody that's in the studio and everybody out in the radio with land listening, bruh. I can honestly say I've witnessed the American dream live in living color Saturday night, though. You feel me? And I just want to say that them brothers are doing some phenomenal stuff in the community, in the neighborhoods. And I just want to say Life Driven, man, the Team Watson, Team Money, everybody, man, it actually, like, affected my life right now.
That's big. That's
Like,
big.
hey, I'm not trying to sound cocky, and I'm not trying to dig them up, but it actually like.
Is he talking about Sam Watson?
Yeah.
He's talking whole team.
Yeah, he's talking about the poker game. He was at the poker tournament over the weekend.
Hey man, hold on. Let me tell you what happened to me. Adding to that, I had a show. Don't go nowhere, caller. I had a show Saturday night.
Okay.
Right. So when I left my show, I get to the house about 1:30, and my boy calls me, and he goes, "Yo." And now he never calls me past 6 o'clock. So I'm thinking like, okay, something going down. I got to go ahead and get some, a bat or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
He says, "Yo, Mayweather's training at the gym." Well, I live in the Valley. He was training at the gym around the corner from me.
Okay.
So I know Sam.
Yeah.
And I used to be a fighter, so I know Sam and all them cats.
Fighter?
Yeah, I won 2 Golden Gloves back to back.
Oh, nice.
So, man, I get to and you probably can appreciate it. I get to the gym. Now, maybe, I love boxing, so when I see, I'm like, and it's about 45 people in the gym.
Easy, right?
Easy. Ain't but 3 boxers, 45 people in the gym.
2 in the morning.
Mayweather, the duty was 1:30 in the morning.
Right.
No lie. He's jumping rope. I mean, doing his thing. Now, I watch 24/7 Access and the boxing. I'm going to tell y'all right now, bro, I don't know if he was down there when you was at, but how he lived, that's some real stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Because there was, now I got a BMW and I'm proud of it. I was embarrassed to park my car on the street. There was 2 rows, a Bugatti, a Bentley, and 2 stretch limousine buses.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And so they doing it big.
That's how they roll. They came to the poker game as well.
Did they win or they lose?
I mean, they always win. You don't.
You
lose
can't
with a
lose when
winning
you.
team.
Okay, yeah.
You don't lose with a winning team.
Jeremiah,
What's up?
tell me something. How did this event move you? You said it changed your life. In what positive way?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, my sister. I've been like geeking out for like the past 24 hours, and I had to explain it to my mama, but it was real hard. I honestly say like I seen the American dream live in a living color, and when I say that is I watched some very, very successful men and women of color like actually like raise the bar on what. Basically, it changed my whole definition of what success is and should
Beautiful. Beautiful.
be.
Did it change on how you go about getting it though?
Dog, I'm still speechless. It changed my life completely. Like,
Right.
It seemed like it made it real to you, like you're looking at them to see it, like live, close up and personal,
Right.
like this can happen. It's a reality to encourage you, to inspire you. What are you saying?
Hey, sister, check it out. Like, because we was up there shooting it, like for charter. So we up there getting the footage and all that, and I'm just tripping. Like Eric Benet's walking around. Then there's a Laker over there. He's playing poker, and then Deshaun Jackson kind of like slides in and was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna buy this Ferrari right here." And then you know what I'm saying? And I'm watching people. Since it's an open bar, people's walking, putting cups. You know what I'm saying, on the cars, and I'm thinking like, hold on, this is a $45,000 paint job. What are you guys doing? And I'm like, wait a minute. So they leave the cup on the car, walks off and go get another drink and starts a whole other conversation. And I'm like, wait a minute, time out. And then all of a sudden, there's all these people in here, and then they was like, well, Floyd Money Mayweather about to come in about 15 minutes, so you might want to start your camera.
And mind you this, guys, most people didn't know, he came in and he bought 3 cars.
Who?
Floyd.
When?
Last night, on Saturday.
They might have been the 3 cars I saw.
No. He came with them. He left with 3 more. He bought 3 more. Now, some people are like, oh, well, he's spending his money frivolously and other. But you got to think about it. The kid fights September 13th.
Right.
And he's probably going to make another 70,
He made 80 the last time.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, he'll make more this fight because it's a rematch.
Because it's a rematch, so at the end of the day, he's living life. You can disagree or agree with him. It's the way he's doing it.
But you know what? Like this brother here, I don't know who this brother is, but if he can have a style, or if we all, everybody, like, I've known Oya for a while, and I've known her singing, and, before I was really kind of somebody that people really knew as a comedian. So, I think if you can get something, I believe as individuals, no matter whether you're in entertainment or not, or if you're a lawyer, whatever, you should be able to get something from someone, even if they're a negative person.
Right.
To enhance yourself. Like, people talk about hustlers in the street. My brother was a drug dealer. But one thing I didn't know how to do, I knew how to hustle. Now, I know how to hustle out here without selling dope. So what I'm saying is, if Mayweather encouraged you, man, and you got the energy level now to, go about and move ahead, man, that's a positive thing. Whether he brought 3 cars that he ain't need or 5 cars he ain't need.
Straight up.
No. It wasn't just Mayweather. It was the whole entire event from the time I got there to the time I left, and then I took an hour for us to get back to the house and I'm screaming in the driver's ear. Okay, I was a little inebriated, and I'm telling the driver, like, bro, you don't understand what we just seen, and he's walking in like, hey, bro, we need to get up out of here. We got to ride home like an hour. And I'm
well, let me ask you this, brother, because first of all, I want to acknowledge you. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing that with us. But let me ask you, we're on this topic about underage drinking, underage sex. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, since they about to raise the age up to 25, like in August. So
for what? Drinking or sex?
For drinking.
Oh,
for drinking.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I gotta check that out. But
I'm about to go to jail. No, I'm joking.
But what are your thoughts on that, and when you should talk to children about that?
Hey, about 13, 14, let them know, look, the turn up is real. The turn up is cool. You feel me? As long as you can do it responsibly, you don't be out there trying to wild out and do like 1,000 much. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want people out there trying to spin their car around, trying to do donuts out in the middle of the Century for no reason. Like, why are you doing all this? So
he's in the middle of the Century. We know where you're from now. We know you're from here.
I've never been down there, sir.
All right. Well, look. Check it. This is basically what I'm saying. Don't wild out. It ain't no really need for all that. I mean, you can wait till you're 35 and you can really do it right. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about being responsible.
Just be responsible, and also on the sex, because hey, I had 2 children out of wedlock. You feel what I'm saying, and all this other stuff, and I was just living, you know what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg, young, wild, and free. But then basically, like Snoop Dogg said, what you gonna do when you grow up and have to face responsibility?
Reality.
You feel me? And like, it's cool when you out there burning tires and doing all that, but when you wake up in county and you're looking at a stupid charge that you could have just easily just went home and just got turned up on your living room.
True.
You feel me? Or also with the sex thing, now you got a kid or 2 kids out the deal with no money, no job, in a real messed up economy. It basically, Snoop Dogg, what you gonna do when you grow up and have to face responsibility?
No, you gotta. You definitely have to look at that, the real parts of it, and not just the fun, the now moment, but what these results can lead. I mean, what this could result into. And just to comment on what you said, that they're going to change the legal drinking age in California to 25. That was a joke from ABC News.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I thought it was real. Like,
everybody did. I mean, when ABC News come out and say something, of course you would think it's real, but it was a joke. So, at 21, you can still wild out, but, do it responsibly. Hey, but Jeremiah, we want to thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Stay tuned in with us every Monday.
Absolutely.
Hey, man. Hey, I love what y'all doing. I also have my own radio show. We also do TV production, so we all family. Don't trip. Team Watson. I love all you guys. Life Driven. Y'all holler at me, all right?
All right, that's
Peace.
what's up.
Peace.
I'm gonna play some more music, and we'll be back. I think this one is very relevant. Life Jennings. The song is called SEX.
See, most cats will take advantage of you right now. But I ain't gonna do that, right? I'm gonna give you the game, right? I'm gonna give it to you because I would want somebody to give my little girl the game when she done found her S.E.
Life's a trip. Heard you just turned 17 and finally got some hips. Hustlers on the block go crazy when you lick your lips. But they just want relation, they don't want relationships. Welcome to the real world. It ain't the same. Fellas old enough to be your daddy, know your name. Everybody's talking about how much that girl done changed. Can't quite put your finger on it, but you feeling strange, like it's fire in your veins. Girl, it's just your S-E-X, mama secret, and daddy gon' go crazy when he finds out that his baby found it. S-E-X, take a deep breath and think before you let it go. The block is paid, baby got an attitude and proud to holler back. Mama's giving advice, but she ain't tryna hit A. Not because it's wrong, just her delivery is white. Life is rough. You say that you're not ready for sex, but you're in love. He says if you really loved him, you would give it up. Mama says that's just a lie, got used to get your stuff. Which one will you trust? Girl, it's just your S-E-X, mama secret, and daddy gon' go crazy when he finds out that his baby found it. S-E-X, take a deep breath and think before you let
Hey, yo,
it
like,
go.
she might take it better coming from a woman. See, he'll tell you all kind of things to get in your page, yeah. Baby, it's a fact that once it's gone, you'll never get it back.
Never get it back.
Hold on to your innocence, use your common sense. You're worth wait, you're worth wait. Be strong, honey, don't give in blessings, come with patience. Till we meet again, I pray.
It's just your S-E-X, mama secret, and daddy gon' go crazy when he finds out that his baby found it. S-E-X, take a deep breath and think before you let it go. Girl, it's just your S-E-X, mama secret, and daddy gon' go crazy when he finds out that his baby found it. S-E-X, take a deep breath and think before you let it go.
Now, see, most cats will take advantage of you right now. But I ain't gonna do that, right? I'm gonna give you the game, right? I'm gonna give it to you because I would want somebody to give my little girl the game when she done found her S-E.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
And it is the Be Life Driven radio show. And, you know, we're talking about, it's real talk right now with Oya, and we're talking about when is the right time to have the talk with your children. and that we need to get this talk in effectively and early with our children.
Yes.
Right now, I want Marta Cross. She has the top 7 things parents could do to communicate with their children about this very subject. So, Marta, why don't you share those wonderful lessons?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the biggest things, and y'all have covered a lot of it, but is talking to your kids. But then how to talk to your kids and when to talk to your kids, that's going to have to be up to the individual parents and families. But things that you can do as a guideline, something that I've been using, and I hope that I'll be using it with my kids someday.
Hey.
Hello. Number 1, set clear rules against drinking. You know I heard a lot of different stories about how parents were like, come to my house and drink here. And I know a lot of parents who've done that successfully and unsuccessfully. But it's just about setting what your rules are for a family and setting boundaries like, hey, you're not allowed to drink until you're 21. Or, hey, if you are going to drink, here are the rules. So it depends on the parents. Number 2, you want to put a no drinking and driving rule in writing. Yeah. This is something that's really popular, and it has been very successful. SAD, which is Students Against Drunk Driving, it's an organization you can go to, sad.org, which I love. There is a form on there where you can print it out, talk to your kids, both of you sign it like a contract. So the kids are going to promise that they won't get in a car with their peers or drive themselves, and the parents are going to not punish you.
Whoa. We talked about that a little bit last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the kids are going to hold up their end of the bargain, it's hard for parents to be like, their kid is drunk and they may not want them drinking. But if they're going to do this and you're going to sign a contract, you're saying you're not going to punish them. There's no questions asked. You got them home safely. So that's a good contract at sad.org. You can also form an alliance with other parents. Like parents just really getting involved is the main topic. I mean, parents talking to each other, forming an alliance, because I had friends whose parents, we'd go to their house because their parents would let us drink, or that their parents would provide us with alcohol. And in my story, the film that you saw, one of the main characters is a mom, the alcoholic. She was like the alcoholic mom who would hang out with us. She would take us to bars and she would buy us drinks. And so, parents need to talk to each other. And you need to know who your kids are hanging out with.
Yeah, your children shouldn't be at somebody's house and you don't know no adults over there. What's going on? My mama did not go
or
for
the
that.
adult over there,
Or
she's
the-
saying, lets them get it in.
Is drinking and partying with their kids.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I had that too.
I was printing out a poster for one of my film festivals, and this woman comes up to me at Staples off of La Cienega and Pico. She goes, "What is this about?" And she goes, "You know what? I got upset because I found out 2 parents were partying with my teenage girls." And she's like, that's a very important topic. And she's Persian. So this, it goes to all different communities.
I go back to beat your kids.
Go back to, and that was number 5. No. One of the things is kids don't want to lose face. So, against their peers, and the peer pressure comes into place. So talk to your kids about how not to lose face. Create a secret code with them.
All right.
Whether it's a, 411 or, like a hey, come get me code and text message or and that also covers number 7, which is tell your teen how to save face. Like, man, my parents are going to ground me for a month. They told me if I drink, or my parents said that they weren't going to let me get my license until 21 if I ever get in a car. So have your kids blame it on the parents and have some real statements
Built up
to get out of it.
self-esteem.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
And O talked about that last week too, on how to always tell your kids that they're beautiful and build.
We have
them
another
up.
caller on the line really quickly. Caller, what's your name and where you're calling from?
This is Carmen. I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Karma calling from Los Angeles. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Very well. Say hello to the panel.
Hey, panel. How you guys doing today?
Hello. How you doing, caller?
So do you want to chime in on the conversation? We're talking about when is the right time to have the talk with our children. What age would you say?
Well, as a former educator, I would say that it's important to have it as early as elementary school, because I've actually worked with kids who are talking about sex and doing things like sexual favors as early as 2nd and 3rd grade. They're starting off really early, and a lot of parents are not knowing these conversations, and they're not knowing that they're starting to think about it and become curious and even become pressured to do things like that, to become cool or to fit in. So it's important to know about these things early on, and it's kind of scary. It's touchy to talk so young because you think they're not ready, but they're ready. Trust me.
No, it's definitely true. She said early is 2nd and 3rd grade.
Yeah,
That's
and
wild.
thank you for that, caller,
Okay.
because I was just at a health convention not too long ago, and I was even taken aback that the women that were there that were talking to parents to encourage them to actually talk to their kids at a very early age, as early as 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, so on and so forth. They were talking about, these kids getting like gonorrhea of the throat and stuff like that.
Oh,
Because these little girls are doing little sexual favors and trying things out and being curious and vice versa.
Right.
And, next thing you know, you don't know diseases are starting to pass at early ages. And then, hey, as soon as the girl is of age and now she's having her menstrual cycle, and if she does something and doesn't even know that she can really get pregnant, and then you have some little teeny tiny girl that's pregnant and didn't even know because they were experimenting, just trying something. We have
it's also important, not to cut you off, but it's important because if children are exposed to a lot of things via TV, film, music, I mean, it's a number of things, the internet, and also what's going on inside of the home. Children are watching the parents in the circle of influences, I like to call it, very closely. So if cousins and uncles and aunties or mamas and daddies are doing wild things around these children, or they're making them twerk off in front of each other, or like it's cool and fun, it's a lot of sexual connotation with some of the dances that comes from that type of stuff. So you're putting them in harm's way in a sense, and they're thinking it's the fun or cool thing because you're putting them in front of everybody.
I did all that freaking and dancing and getting in.
You
Me and my
grew up
brother.
in another
But Oya still didn't tell us when she lost her virginity, though.
But I'm gonna get it in. Like, I'm not ashamed of that. It's all good. Look, that was. I just wanted to really put on the table, though. The fact of the matter is, and it always comes back to this for me. And you notice, Chris, because even you said this, how about with my family, I was scared of my father.
Is that why you haven't told us when you lost your virginity?
That's punky and early in life.
Hold on, no.
You got to get that in.
I could not come home pregnant. Oya was not going out to have sex or drinking, coming home with,
Till
that
what
on.
age?
But that's what I'm saying. Could you come on and listen? I processed it and thought about it over and over and over and did all the research and everything else. See, now you're shaking your head and going on because you just care about the number.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you straight up. This has been going on since the history of life.
Come on.
The problem is that because of the laws changing and society's thinking, it's a major issue. People have been drinking in the 70s and having sex. That was the love time. You know what I mean? 60s and the 70s, 80s. I'm a 40-year-old man and no kids.
I thought you were going to say 40-year-old virgin.
No. I can't. I started at 14.
You did tell me that.
So, I mean, I'm just saying it's about really, it's not so much even teaching your kids, but them also, because you can tell your kids all day not to do something. Don't do it. It's about the individual saying, you know what, I'm going to try to do something where I'm not going to make a major mistake.
But my point is, why I was sharing all of that to say, it took me all the way through high school. You guys so concerned about the number as a senior, okay? But my point is this.
You just don't understand. Oh, your father was behind you with a shotgun.
But
you didn't see him. He was always like...
Listen, but all jokes
But
aside...
that doesn't even matter because, I didn't have a tyrant of a father or a mother.
But he wasn't a tyrant.
No, I'm saying even if you did, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really matter because even without that, I abstain myself, and it depends on the person and what they understand.
I just said it's the individual.
Yes. It's an individual.
And once we stop...
But to me, that's what I'm trying to get back to the responsibility. I'm talking about the process to the point where I felt I was responsible enough. I had done the research. There was no way to get pregnant. Looking at all the ST, like seriously, researching, reading things that most kids are not doing or their parents are not doing because my parents weren't talking about that. So I had to go and research
but
that.
Not to cut you off, but let me say something. Listen, we as a people, and I mean people, that's white, black, everybody, we got to stop babying kids. What I would do, if you got a daughter or a son, you take your son down to Skid Row. You take them to a hospital. You take them and say, look, if you do this, this was going to happen. Yes. And because they're going to make the decision anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I would probably be a good, bad father. because I love kids, but my thing is I would be hard. And see, I'm the kind of dude that I'm going to hold it against you. I'm going to say, look, I told you this was going to happen. Now, grandbaby, y'all love the grandbaby, but you taking care of the kid. I'm not going to be like the other grandparents while I'm raising a kid. And people always say, well, I'm not raising, then I raise them. we giving too many passes.
I agree with you, Dannon, because here's the thing. You know, that was the question that I was asking. We just got into the whole mix of it all together is, you know, why are you in denial? You're not talking to your kids about the sex that they may go out and have, the drinking, the drugs, just the world around them. You know, and then you're allowing your kid to be out there green and not know, and then fool around, like you said, and then try cocaine or something like, I don't know, I'm just trying it. Next thing you know, they hung up in something because you didn't communicate with them.
People around their age as well, though, because sometimes they're a little bit older that's been there, done that. Because I talked to some of my students, and they felt comfortable talking to me because I was working with them when I was in my early 20s, like fresh out of high school, things like that. So they felt more comfortable to talk to me versus their parent who's like maybe 40 or in their 30s. They feel like their parents don't understand, and they feel like their parents are just
a great point.
Yeah, you need someone to maybe bring someone in, like a older cousin, someone that's responsible that can talk to them, that they can feel like, oh, okay, I can let my guard down.
They can relate to that person. Yeah,
exactly. Because sometimes you feel like your
man, they can relate. They can. Man, we gotta stop all that. They can relate to anybody.
They can relate to anybody.
But Danny, but she has a point though, because I have like my goddaughter, or I have different kids that I talk to. Right. They say that they're like, well, my mom just don't understand or whatever, and whatever the relationship is.
Because it's a disciplinary thing. So like
brother.
as a father, like as a father, or like my daughter does it. She's 5 years old. She knows she could talk to me about anything. But when she gets around, maybe somebody else who she's really she's 5, so it's kind of hard example with not. But I have some older cousins who are my little cousins because we're closer in age. Yeah. They relate to me. They'll tell me things that they'll never tell their parents.
I mean, that happens. But I'm saying, as a parent, there comes a point where if you can't communicate with your kid,
you're in trouble.
You in trouble. I don't care how many good
and
uncles
it's not
and
about
friends are
being.
out there.
It's not about being their friend either.
No,
well, that's the problem. Most parents today are friends with their kids.
Yeah, and that's a problem because that kind of levels the playing field for your child to talk to you any kind of way and maybe take things out of context.
It's a fine line because I do know some parents that their parent. But they have that relationship where they're friends, but they're still the parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that they could talk about anything. And the number one thing is so the child doesn't feel judged, jumped on, like, wow, like you can't do that. And then they pull back.
Early.
And then, hey, I'm not going to tell you anything else, Mom or Dad.
I think, a mental problem.
Yeah, mental.
Because it's a mental block now. I don't want to share with you because you're going to get on me. So forget it.
It's a little deeper.
Well, you know what?
Mental problem it becomes, not just a little.
What do you mean, Chris?
Back. Because once the kid gets where, like you say, you're talking to your kid and then you say something and the kid pulls back, then something's going on in the kid's brain that can't take discipline. And then they start, reacting. Because when my mother told me don't smoke, I didn't, like, well, you can't let me smoke. My friends are smoking. I'm like, I'm not going to come home. I'm not going to come home. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to smoke because if I come home after drinking or smoking, I know my mom's going to be there and she's going to beat my ass.
Yeah, that's what
And my parents were drug and alcohol counselors, and my mother was 30 years sober, and I went to Alateen because it's part of the community. All 4 of our kids binge drinking, doing the whole thing, just because, again, it's like the peers that we had around us, and we were good kids, so they gave us our responsibility, but we were doing that on the side.
Well, generally, I mean, it's a little different, but the pastor's daughter is she's
true.
Trying to get out of the skirt fast as possible, what I'm saying? But hey, Karma, I really thank you for your call and your comments and everything. Tune in with us, call us back. You are officially a member of Be Life Driven. Here we go.
Oh, thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too.
She had some really good points.
She did.
Very, very good points.
So, I mean, not to jump. I mean, this is a very important conversation, and also visit BeLifeDriven.org. Chime in on the conversation, comment, concerns, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter us. Let us know how you're feeling because this conversation needs to continue happening. But right now, it's taking place. Dannon has written a movie.
Right.
Whoa.
And I'll need you to tell us about this.
Well, I've written actually 4 movies.
Excuse me.
Yes. 4 screenplays.
Okay, nice.
And just a little bit of history about it. In 2007, I had one of my films stolen.
Really?
It made it to a movie. I cannot say what it is. We settled out of court, but it did make the movie theaters.
Okay.
Which gave me confidence to write.
Nice.
And I recently wrote another. Actually, it's funny because I was talking to her a long time ago when I was working on this project. And I wrote a film. And it's called Sounds Like a Good Idea right now. That's the working title, but it doesn't mean that's what it's going to be. But we just signed an option agreement with Prime Focus World.
Okay.
Prime Focus World is probably one of the biggest post-production companies, in the world. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And some of the movies they worked on was Two Guns and Noah was the last one.
Mm.
And they also have a production company under it, and I got a deal with them.
Nice.
And I brokered the deal without an agent or a manager. And so right now we're actually looking for. They're looking for. They have the option for a year. They gave me a good amount of money for a year, which is really kind of unheard of.
Nice.
Danny Green is my new best friend.
Yeah.
Well,
hang out all the time. Me and him.
I've been looking for a film to like put myself into. I want to break through.
You know what? You gotta. If I can, encourage anybody here and tell you, it's really like I said. When I'm a hustler, I am. I'm a grinder. I don't play with the game. I'm out here doing it. And I've gone to a lot of heavy people to get help, which didn't help me. They did not help me. And I'm talking a lot of good, powerful African Americans that could have helped.
Right.
So my thing is that I didn't let that stop me. And I did find a cat that believed in what I did. Real quick, I was training him because I do personal training with boxing. Nice. Yeah. And he works for one of the, he works in the business. And I was like, hey, I got this. And he goes, well, really, I can't look at it because if it is, I'm going to own it, whatever. He said, well, pitch it to me. And I pitched it to him. And he was like, that's funny. And then he said, I know some people. And he helped me get in with him. And, it's a great opportunity for me as a comedian, which most people know me bad, and I've done sitcom and acting. To be in the game long, you got to go ahead and create. You got to own.
Yeah.
Whether it's music, whether it's radio, whatever, you have to own. So what's happening for me now is like I like to, quietly say I'm sneaking up. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of cats right here. My man right here, they've been watching me. Sam and them been watching me. And Sam always gives me love.
No question.
I got certain cats that every time they talk about me, like, he's just a break away. And everybody knows I'm probably one of the top comics out there. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying what it is. True. But I know for me to stay in this business, I had to write. So I got this movie out here. I'm actually having a lunch with the guy this week on, updating me. But we have a very well-known director that is interested in it. And we're going to see what happens. But I'm actually right now writing my new screenplay. And that's called Heartbreak Hotel.
Increase your social circle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important.
Bring up your social circle.
Is your net worth.
Yeah.
Your network is your net worth.
And never feel you can't do it.
Yeah, it's true.
It can happen. It will happen if you want it to happen.
It's true. It's true. And Marta Cross, we played a clip from your movie, your film that it's going around the film festivals right now. Tell them where they could find that information.
Well, you can follow me at Twitter at Marta M. Cross.
Okay.
And you can also go to soberthefilm.com, and I'll have updates on when you can start downloading that, probably off of iTunes. And right now I'm working on the feature version of this because that's a short film for use in schools.
Nice.
And so the feature version right now, which I'm directing hopefully in this fall in Texas, is completed. So now we're going to go into production on that.
And
Marta,
she's my new best friend, too. Her husband called me now and asked me to come out to have coffee with him.
Sure he did.
That's nice.
Where can we find those 7 rules to talk to your kids? Because I think we should put that up on our website.
Yes, you know what? I'll send that to you. Right now I have it listed on my site, soberthefilm.com. I have a statistics and a resources tab. But I will also email
and
that
we'll
to
be putting that up on our site.
Yeah,
because that's so very important.
And we're definitely going to link your film as well and all your
Yeah, but you can, I finally Instagram. Well,
you got Instagram. I was going to say, how can they
Danny, you going to be on your...
I'm trying to. I'm doing,
Okay, all right.
I'm bad, but I got Instagram. And
if you announce it right here, Danny, you need to start being active.
I am.
On Twitter and Instagram?
Everybody over 40. Go ahead.
Dannon Green 66 for my Instagram. Dannon Green for my Facebook.
Okay.
And comedian Dannon Green for my Twitter account.
Nice. Where are you performing at next? You doing these live?
Yeah, I'm leaving. Actually, if we get the country, I'm going to Atlanta this week. I'm performing in Atlanta Saturday night.
Nice.
So come out.
Traveling.
Yeah, so things are good. Y'all need to come on out, or you come to the Comedy Union on Saturday nights right across the street. And, see me perform and host.
In the Gato.
That's what's up. In Hot Atlanta, baby. Decatur, where it's greater. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dr. Pooch, I want to say safe travels, man. I know you're on your way to Dakar.
Light.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be great.
Take some pictures. And
do they have oil there?
Oil.
Yeah, like are they known for oil? Like for cars? Like do we sell like
what?
I mean, I'm saying if there's any way he's going overseas, right?
Do they have oil?
Yeah, oil.
Is that one of their?
Like natural resources.
Yeah.
They actually started drilling offshore.
Okay, cool. Well, then bring some back, player, when you come back.
Know what I'm saying? You're trying to get this.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Also, my brother Chris Angelo Word. You got a book coming out, man.
That's true. I got a book coming out. My life story, my history of my colon cancer battle is called Life Driven. The Journey Starts Within. So be looking for that in September.
Man,
it's going to be a great read.
Congratulations.
That's what's up.
Thank you very much.
Also, you can, me and Dr. Pooch, I'm Aha, Dr. Pooch and Aha. We have a wonderful children's book series. It's called The Adventures of Mustache. It's a 12-book series. It's an animated picture book. Talks about life skills and health and nutrition and just wonderful stuff. Just so you guys know, we are the new Dr. Seuss for children's books. We got 12.
Yes,
we got 12, and it's more in the can. I'm letting you know.
As it should be.
We're doing some nice
big
stuff.
things, big theses.
Big things.
Is it easy reading?
It's easy reading.
Then I'll get one.
No question.
Got pictures.
Cool. It got pictures?
Got pictures.
And I'm good with
You're
that.
good. It got pictures and
I'm
it got like
picture
a
dude.
couple words. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just want to remind everybody, I went to the doctor today. 20 minutes in and out. I bent over. I coughed. He looked down my throat. Everything's good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying for all
right. Hand clap,
good.
hand
Are you negative?
Yeah.
Are you negative?
Am I negative? Yes, I'm negative. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, all the men out there, go to the doctor, get your
yourself
checkup
checked
on.
out. You gotta
It don't
get
take long.
Get your checkup
Don't take
on.
long. Go to the doctor, get your checkup on.
All right, Oya, where can they find you?
Spirit of Oya, that's OYA, that's spiritofOya.com on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that, Spirit of Oya. And also those that are in the Portland, Oregon area, Beaverton, everyone, September 20th, you can check out your girl. I'll be at the ACMA, that's what it is, Performing Arts Center. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you out there.
Spreading her light. I want to thank our guests for coming out, Dan and Green.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And the beautiful Marta Cross.
She is fine. If she ain't had that ring on her finger, it would have been the situation up
Hey,
there.
Danny Green would have been going at it.
Nah, you'd have lost this one, player.
Hey.
These legs
I
on-
feel like this. I'm like,
Yeah, see, I respect the ring.
Yeah, you gotta respect the ring.
Cross.
Hey, look, you gotta respect his ring. He got that run on the middle finger. That's the
Yeah.
knock you. That's the
He
knock
worked-
you out
he worked
ring.
out.
right
He
there.
was in the training thing with Floyd Mayweather.
He
Me
was
and
telling
him.
me.
He was up
Get his
there.
He was
workout
telling me
on.
that he wanted to spar with him, but Floyd turned him down.
Slow down, player. Slow down.
Yeah.
I need my ribs. These ribs help me breathe.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was woo.
Hey, he was putting in work up there. They said Floyd had 3 hands.
3 hands, right? Make sure you visit the website, belifedriven.org. Get more information from the show that we did today. And we'll have, we're going to link Martha's and we're going to make Danny's information
Thank
over
you so
there.
much, man. I appreciate
some
that.
Dr. Pooch's trip that he's going to go to. He's going to Senegal tomorrow. He'll be going for
Safe
3
travels.
weeks, y'all. Safe travels,
Yeah.
y'all.
Safe
Go to the
travels.
website and donate $1. You know, you like what we're doing. We're really edutaining the population.
I'm going to give y'all $5, man.
$5?
Today, yeah. Right now, that's
all
my
right.
$5 donation.
Give him a round of applause. Round of applause.
Yeah.
A round of applause.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm the
man.
only guy that paid to be on the radio, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm donating to
You
y'all.
donate to the
He
cause.
making hundreds of millions of dollars. New book, new movie, and he gonna donate $5.
$5.
Still black.
Still
Still
a
black.
donation,
God bless
donation.
you.
Still
God
black.
bless you.
Yes.
God
And
bless you.
remember, everyone out there, you have a gift.
Yes.
Remember, the weekly affirmation is, I am delighting and sharing my gifts with the world.
Wow. Ashe. There it is, y'all. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. We will be back here next Monday, same place, same time. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll be back here again. I'm gonna leave you with some Casey Veggies. It's called Sex Sales. Casey Veggies, young Rock Nation artist right now. He's kind of on the come up. This is off the Customized Greatly Volume 3, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great week.
Peace.
Black hoodie, black jeans, I'm in my night fit. She knew I was headed to take it down like she psychic. I don't know which way to go. She told me keep driving in that new A5 with the beat.